So UFC 307 has just taken place, and these are fights that I want made next for certain fighters on the card. Starting off in the main event, Alex Pereira defended his belt for the third time this year against Khalil Rountree, where he got the stoppage in the 4th round. We all know what should be next for Alex Pereira. That is Magomed Ankalaev if he is able to beat Alexander Rakic, which I expect Magomed Ankalaev to do. Yes, Rakic is a tough fight, and I could see him pulling off the upset, to be honest, but I feel like Ankalaev will get the job done, especially with it being out in Abu Dhabi. That's the fight to make next for Alex Pereira. If Magomed Ankalaev gets beat, though, you move Alex Pereira up to the heavyweight division and have him fight Tom Aspinall after John Jones and Stipe have their stupid clown fight and both guys retire. Those are the options for Alex Pereira. If Ankalaev wins, you do that fight 100%. If Ankalaev loses, Tom Aspinall in at heavyweight. Next up, we have got Khalil Rountree, the challenger of the main event. What a performance Khalil Rountree put on. I mean, up until the stoppage, he was arguably winning that fight on the scorecards, in my opinion anyway. He proved a lot of doubters wrong in there, including myself. Even though I picked him to beat Pereira, I didn't think he'd have anywhere near the success that he did. But what should be next for Khalil Rountree is the winner of Carlos Ulberg versus Volkan Oezdemir. That fight takes place at UFC Fight Night China in November, I believe. So, well, Khalil Rountree took a lot of damage, so that guy will need time off to heal. But I think that would be the perfect fight for him. Carlos Ulberg versus Volkan Oezdemir winner. Now, yes, Oezdemir is ranked above Khalil Rountree. So, if, say, Carlos Ulberg beats him, he'll then be ranked above him. But I feel like that fight just makes sense. Khalil Rountree's coming off fighting for the belt. I think Khalil Rountree's clearly better than the number 8 spot in the light heavyweight division, to be honest. I think you do those. The winner of that, Khalil Rountree, that is perfect matchmaking in my opinion. Next up for the women's co-main event, you do Juliana Pena, the new Bantamweight champion, versus Kayla Harrison. I'm not going to waste any more time talking about that division. Did Raquel Pennington get robbed? Who cares? That's the fight to make next. Then we go to the Bantamweight division. So, Mario Batista. How that guy was given the win over Aldo is going to make me go fucking insane. Right? Anyway, Mario Batista. I think you give him Song Yadong next, to be honest. It's a good jump up in the rankings. Song Yadong is ranked number 8 in the Bantamweight division. Batista now will be ranked at number 10. He didn't even beat Aldo anyway, so he doesn't deserve a massive jump up. Give Batista Song Yadong. Song Yadong fucking smokes him, hopefully. Next up, Jose Aldo. The guy was robbed. I don't care what anybody says. The guy was robbed. He clearly beat Mario Batista 2 rounds to 1. I still think you do Aldo versus Sean O'Malley when O'Malley's coming back. Don't care what anyone says. Cry about it in the comments. That is the fight to make next. Aldo versus Sean O'Malley. Make it happen. Next up in the men's middleweight division, we're only going to book for one of those guys, which is Roman Dolidze, because Kevin Holland's injured. We don't know how long he's going to be out for. We don't even know what division he's going to fight in. I think he's better suited to welterweight, to be honest. But who knows what he's going to do. We're going to leave him for now. Roman Dolidze, I think you do him versus Paulo Costa next. Roman Dolidze took no damage in that fight against Kevin Holland. It was over after the first round. Paulo Costa is coming off 2 back-to-back losses to Sean Strickland and Robert Whittaker, 2 of the guys who are inside the top 3 rankings currently in the middleweight division. I think Roman Dolidze, Paulo Costa, that's a fun fight. Make it happen. Next up, to finish off... Actually, I'm going to ahead of myself. We've got a few more. We've covered Kayla Harrison, sorry. Yes, this is the last one that I want to go over. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson got KO'd by Joaquin Buckley. Fuck! I thought Stephen Thompson was going to get the job done there, to be honest. That's annoying. Although, Stephen Thompson, he seems to be in good spirits, even though he's just been KO'd. I thought MVP was going to be fighting Carlos Prates next. That doesn't seem to be the case. Randy Brown's fighting Carlos Prates next. MVP versus Wonderboy. I know that would mean MVP's out of the cage for a while, but I think MVP could do with time out of the cage. I know he's getting up there in age now, but to really work on his grappling. I said I want him to fight Wonderboy, but hear me out. I think MVP versus Wonderboy, it's the fight that the fans want to see. I think you make it happen. I think MVP does beat Wonderboy. That would be a good way for Wonderboy to cap off his career, giving the fans a fight that they really, really want to see and that is winnable for him. Although I think MVP does take it. MVP takes this time off to be able to fight Wonderboy. In the meantime, work on your grappling. You have zero grappling, MVP. Work on it. And for Joaquin Buckley, just to finish off the video, I think you do him versus Gilbert Burns next. Joaquin Buckley is now ranked number 11. He could be inside the top 10 after that win over Wonderboy. Gilbert Burns sitting at number 8 currently. That's a fun fight in my opinion. That could headline a fight night card. I think that'll be a really fun fight to watch. Joaquin Buckley versus Gilbert Burns. Stephen Thompson versus MVP. Kayla Harrison versus Juliana Pena. Mario Batista versus Song Yadong. Aldo versus Sean O'Malley. Khalil Roundtree versus the winner of Carlos Ulberg versus Volkan Oezdemir. Alex Pereira versus Ankalaev if he beats Rakic. If he doesn't beat Rakic, Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall. Those are the perfect matchups to make after UFC 307. Let me know your opinions on these matchups in the comments below. And as always, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I will see you again in the next one.